Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be about something that is, very near and dear to my heart, and something that, unless you've been through it, it may be impossible to understand. So, for those of us who's been through narcissistic abuse, this is essentially a spiritual war, right? And there are other videos on YouTube about how the narcissist's goal is to destroy your soul. So what does it mean to destroy someone's soul? It means you create such psychological distress that pieces of their psyche will actually fragment and split off until they become less and less whole psychologically. But it's not just psychological. We're only now just starting to understand the way that dissociation affects the brain and things like that. But on a deeper level, it's a war against your soul is what these people do. And why do they partake in this war with this war against your soul? Well, the main reason, which is the reason that is the most difficult to kind of accept if this has been done to you, is that they want you to become like them. That's ultimately their goal, is for you to become them. And any rational, normal person with a normal brain and a normal spirit, and someone who's human, someone who's emotionally and spiritually human, would think that's impossible. Like, how could someone force me to become like this person? But that's their goal. That is their goal. That is their intention. And if you were born into this type of situation, like say one of your parents was a narcissist, like my dad is, then you realize just how real of a war it is. Never did I think to myself, oh, I'm going to give in, I'm going to allow myself to become this black hole of consuming, and I'm going to become like my father. That was the thing I was the most afraid of, but part of me was worried that I had already become like him. And I hadn't, because, I still felt empathy, I still wanted to help. I was extremely codependent, but I had no intention of becoming a narcissist. And then that intention is what will keep you afloat. Of I will not become like this person. That's what'll keep your soul alive and looking for the missing pieces. So something that happened for a long time is that I was constantly moving back into my parents' house, moving back into my parents' house, moving back into my parents' house. This happened maybe 5 or 6 times. When consciously I'm like, I don't want to be here. I want to go out and live my life. I want to be, more independent. I don't want to feel this intense subconscious pull to need to go back there. And I couldn't understand why I kept feeling the strong draw. And it wasn't that I was drawn to my parents or to their house. It was that there were pieces of my soul still stuck in this situation with them that hadn't been resolved. So I felt this deep need to go back there and find these missing pieces of myself, okay? So I'm going to explain the missing pieces right now. So narcissists can steal pieces of your soul. And what does that mean, to steal someone's soul? Because it sounds so terrifying, but really what it means is that they've taken pieces of your energy or your being, whatever makes you, that spirit, whatever leaves your body when you die, that type of thing. They've taken pieces of that energy, and they've exchanged it. Sometimes it's an exchange, sometimes it's just straight up stealing, but they've exchanged it for pieces of their soul. So that's the reason why it feels like you have become the narcissist. That's why it feels that way. It's not true, but because you have that piece of their soul and they have that piece of your soul, it feels like maybe they won. Maybe they did make you into one of them. Maybe there is no hope left, right? That is why that feeling occurs. So, once you come to this realization, it's okay, well, what do I do now? Well, the first step is to clear any negative energy or parasitic attachments to your energy field. The second step is to create a new subconscious patterning by healing subconscious beliefs in your mind. So the pieces of the soul that either left and fled on their own and are just somewhere out there, or the pieces that the narcissist stole feel safe to come back into a place where they won't feel the need to leave again. That's why, doing the work and healing is so important. And then the last step is to actually retrieve, those pieces of the soul. And once you get to that step, that means that you've done the majority of the work. So people, it's impossible to understand how powerless this type of abuse makes you feel unless you've been through it. But the way out of that feeling of powerlessness is just to never give up on yourself. Always keep looking for answers. And if you can hold that strong intention of, I want to be whole, I want to be who I was as a kid, I want to be a good person, I don't want to be a narcissist, I want to be me. If you can hold that intention really strongly, then the universe, God, your higher self, you will find what you're looking for. And I'm creating a system for people to do exactly that, because that's what I had to do. And it was extremely difficult, but once you get there, you realize okay, I won. And that's the best feeling there is. All right, so thanks for watching today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.